everyone, welcome once again to your SST class children. Children, I am explaining you the chapter 4, the Western Desert, the Thar, and this is my fourth video. Before this, I have explained you many topics of this chapter about the location, climate, physical features, natural vegetation, etc. So, I hope you must understood the points, children. And today, I am going to explain you about the population. How much this area is densely or scarcely populated. So we will study about the population of this area in the Thar desert. So children, it is also already the Thar desert is a hot desert where less amount of rainfall is there, very high temperature. So the Thar desert area is thinly populated due to these reasons, because life is pretty tough here. Here we can find the very high temperature and the scarcity of water and vegetation due to that only. Sometimes there is nothing for miles except sand dunes. Do you know that sand dunes we have studied that it is made from the storms which comes in the desert area that collects and it keeps moving. Okay, so that, and it is up to the 500 meters also. So these sand dunes are, you can see the pictures, children. These are made from the sand dunes, isn't it? So these are the pictures of sand dunes. So these are the pictures of, children, sand dunes. And the camel is the major mode of transport in desert because it has the paddy feet. Often one has to walk long distances to get water for domestic use and for animals. As you know that here people live very tough life, children, because they get the less rainfall. Okay, so they have to walk long distances to get water for domestic use and for their animals which they are rearing, isn't it? So there is a very tough life for them. In the search of water and pasture, land forces one to keep moving from place to place. So they, for the pastures, for the animals, and in search of water, they have to keep moving from one place to another place, isn't it? Due to these reason, they keep moving from one place to another, the people. And you can see they are keep moving from their animals. Okay, so most people in desert do not live in fixed settlements. Okay, they are not making the permanent houses, the fixed settlement, but keep moving from place to place in search of food and water and pastures for themselves and their animals, and they are called nomads. So they are moving from one place to another. So what they are called? They are called the nomads, children. And when they are going in a with their camels in a line, so that is called the caravan. Now we will study about the occupation. What is the occupation of this place, isn't it? So the desert people have been practicing livestock trading for generations. In the desert, those who are living, they are practicing livestock trading for generations, and in the desert many people lead a nomadic life, means they are moving from one place to another place, children. The music loving gypsies, they love to the music. Okay, so they are known as gypsies, and called banjaras are nomads, means they are moving one place to another and act as traders roaming from village to village and supplying desert families with food, supplying for other goods. They are moving one place to another and they are in searching in a food and water and other goods, children. So they are the gypsies. They are also called the Banjaras. You can see how they are moving from one place to another with their families and with their animals. Okay, so they are the nomads, children. They are not making their home permanently settle at one place. They keep moving place to place as we are looking. So, in the areas where water is available, agriculture is also possible there. Okay, so there is important occupation. What is the people do their agriculture? Their main occupation is their this agriculture, and farmers grow crops like jowar, bajra, wheat, and mustard. Okay, so which type of crops they grow, children? Farmers grow crops like jowar, bajra, wheat, and mustard. You can see the pictures of jowar. This is the picture of jowar. These type of crops they grow there. Wheat. This is the crops of wheat, children. You must have seen in your villages. Then maize. Maize is also you must have eaten sometimes, children. So corn is also prepared. So this is maize, and from this only, and this they are doing the where the water is available, they are doing the cultivation. They are growing these crops, children. Okay, more and more land is now being brought under the cultivation, so people are engaged under the cultivation here. Okay, because now there is water is available. Okay, so now, children, you can see these type of crops the people of Rajasthan they grow here, isn't it? They grow these type of crops in Rajasthan, the bajra, ragi, wheat, maize. So where water is available, they grow these type of crops in the desert area. Okay. Now there are also many industries. Some industries are also located in the desert area like textiles, sugar, cement, fertilizers, etc. and mines, that is the lead zinc, based on the lead, zinc, iron and iron ore. So these type of industries are located in the Rajasthan that provide people of this region with means of livelihood. They work here and they get the job here. So it provides them the region with means of livelihood. This is the way of their livelihood, children. So these are the textile industry also you can find there in the Rajasthan. And these baileys they are also preparing. Okay, very beautiful baileys they prepared. Shoes they prepared for men and women. Both of them they prepare this type of beautiful shoes and they make designs very beautifully on them. Okay, so these are very popular of Rajasthan. Children, people are also engaged in animal rearing. They keep rearing some animals at their home like the sheep, goat, okay, camels. They keep at their home. They rear these animals. People mostly rear sheep, goat, camel and cattle. Okay, so generally which animals they rear at home? They rear the sheep. As you know, from wool we are getting sheep. Okay, then goat, they rear the goat, and the sheep picture you are looking, children, sheep, goat and the camel. Okay, so they rear these animals. And children, This region is also famous for handicrafts. So handicrafts and jewelry made in Rajasthan are sold in many parts of India and in the world. So this place is also very famous for their handicrafts work. People are making different kinds of very beautiful items that you can see. The jewelries they are making, the bangles on which they are making the designs, carving the designs, that is very beautiful. So these are very famous of Rajasthan, children. This you can see on the pots, they are also making the designs. These are handicrafts. Puppets, the puppets of Rajasthan is also famous. This is these are the puppets, and these are puppets in all over the world. This is very beautiful puppets they are preparing. So this is also famous of Rajasthan. So these handicrafts they do, and the camel is the only important means of transport by which people cross the desert. So which is the very ship of the desert. Camel is also known as the ship of the desert, children, because it can run fast on the sand, it can store the water in its arms, and it has having 3 layers of eyelashes which it protects us from the storm which comes in the desert. Okay, so these are the some topics that I have explained you. So this camel is the major mode of transport in the desert because it can remain without water few days. Okay, children, it stores its water in its hump. So the camel have long legs and padded feet, and that help them walk through thick and sand and easily. So they have humps in their backs which make them possible to go without food and water for days. Isn't it? This was the reason. Isn't it? So read the chapter, complete the chapter, children. Okay, that's why this camel is very useful in the desert area. So complete this chapter, read very nicely. I hope you understood, okay, about this chapter. And the camel, now you understood, it is a major mode of transport in the desert area. I'll explain you resting in my next video, children. So till now, thank you very much.